Coming up on football review, we got the review of the Millersburg Lime Mountain game tonight. Did Millersburg win their first game of the season? We'll find out. Plus, scores and score. Well, I don't have highlights, but scores from around the state, and also my take on the Eagles and Penn State so far this year. Now your host, Lowell Rickard. Good evening, football fans. It's about 5 till midnight, and this is Lowell Rickard, and welcome to Football Review. Review of the Millersburg Indian game. Since I do stats I'm at every game. I have this blog that I talk about sports. Why not do a football Friday like the Harrisburg stations do? But I'm only going to do one game, and it's Millersburg since I live in Millersburg, etc. So, tonight was maybe a must-win. You could put it lightly. 0-2, a better effort last week against Williams Valley. Come up short, late turnover. Deep in Williams Valley territory. Millersburg lost 24-21. Week 1, Tri-Valley just took it to Millersburg, 33-8. So what entails this week against Lime Mountain? They're kind of in a similar boat, but they have a win. They got their win last week. What's the storyline for the Indians? I felt coming into this week, defense had to get better, create some turnovers, and have a better start in the first quarter. Millersburg's been coming out flat in the first quarter. They were down 14-0 last week to Williams Valley. What would happen this week? So let's get to it. We're going to start in the first quarter. Millersburg got on the board first. We got the opening kick, drove it down pretty much. We got a first down on a penalty. The first on the first four plays. And there was the first down of the game via penalty, personal foul, and that was probably the key play of the drive of that scoring drive in the first quarter. Good runs, but run by Austin Lehman on the first down from the Lime Mountain 43. Then another big play to Tyler Hessen on a 4th and 5 at the 38, got it inside the 20 to inside the 15 to the 12. And a few plays after that, Wingard runs the ball in from the 1 after Kime looked in on two different efforts. It looked like he was in, and the ref blew the ball dead. And we'll get into that after I talk about the game. Blocked extra point. Millersburg's on the board 6-0. And the D did a real nice job. They held Lime Mountain to 29 yards in the first quarter. So it looked like we got through the first quarter defense. Defense looked pretty decent. Then Lime Mountain got the ball. A big play on a 4th and 5 inside the 35. Indians, a big play. Pass from Ryan Reed to Justin Michael, and they missed the extra point. Didn't even almost barely get up over the line, and we had a 6-6 ball game. and then after that, Millersburg just took control of the ball game. A nice, very efficient. That's probably the most efficient game Bird Wingert has played since taking over as quarterback of the Indians. He did a real nice job managing the game. There were good play calls and offense. The second quarter, he was on fire. He completed his first 6 passes. Big play, another big play to Tyler Hessen on a 3rd and 5. But they didn't score on that. But then the next 2 series after that, nice on a fumble. Millersburg took advantage of turnovers. We'll get into that. 3:29 in the second quarter. Bomb to Ethan Troutman in stride, perfectly thrown pass, 41 yards. And that was coming after a 20-yard run by Bird Wingert. And that made it 13-6. And after that, Millersburg scores 21 unanswered points. That made it 13-6. Pretty much they scored 14 points, Millersburg, off of 2 Line Mountain turnovers. The next score, Bird Wingert again scored on a 4-yard run. Big play in that series was a 32-yard pass to Austin Lehman. And in the second quarter alone, Millersburg had 184 yards of offense. Bird was 4 of 5 for 132. Line Mountain got some pass. They had passing yards, but Millersburg was in complete control, leading 20-6 at half, and it was just cruise control. Line Mountain really they lost another fumble. They had 5 turnovers. Line Mountain 5 turnovers. Millersburg only 1. They're in the third quarter, so a +4 in the turnover ratio. And Millersburg needed to do that somehow, create turnovers. And they did it, and they capitalized. As I said, they got an interception. And then the last score of the game was an 8-yard run by Connor Kime at 5:17, made it 27-6. Again, very efficient. Bird Wingert ended up with 167 yards passing. 8 of 12. That's I will give you official. Millersburg ended up 248 offense. Millersburg 235. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break. I got to do some stats for the Patriot News. So we'll be right back after this timeout.